This video we're going to talk a little bit more about the basics of HTML and how to format text and create headers within HTML. So with HTML code, as in previous video, we had discussed that there's paragraphs, there's line breaks. You can also make the text bold if you wanted to by simply putting tags around it. So here we've made the text line 2, it's now bold. So anything that falls between strong and the strong closing tag will be bold. We can also format it to headers. So here we've got H1 opens here, and anything between the H1 closing gets turned into a header. So if I was to take the H1 closing and place it at the end here, it would only make these two as a header. So what's happening here is when the browser is reading or rendering out the code, it's looking at this, it comes to body, it comes to paragraph, it goes text line 1, it ignores this rest of this white space and says, okay, well this is a paragraph. So open paragraph, anything that falls between the P and the closing P will now be a new paragraph. So here it's added in this new paragraph. And then when it comes to the next line, it sees, okay, well this is H1. So this is a header 1 size, and anything that falls between the header 1 will actually get rendered out the same way that it does with the larger text and the more bolded text. So we no longer need the B within it. So I'm going to just remove that out. So we can see that it's still bolded and still large and it's still the same size. So the bolding actually, when it's headers, it doesn't actually have any effect on the text at all, the way that it gets output. The thing that does get affected, if we notice that in this particular example, I've got the line break within this header. So what I'm going to do is, and we can see that here it's added a separate line under the first two lines, and the line size is the same as the H1 size lines. So it's automatically adding this line break. And if I remove the line break, we're going to see what happens is that it automatically does create a paragraph type effect, and it removed that line break. So here we've got the H1 tags, and it's creating more of a paragraph effect. So anything falling between the H1 is going to be bigger, and it's going to be bolded as well. And this is the way to do quick headers on your HTML code. You can also go all the way to H3s you can do. You can also do all the way to H6. So this is just standard format. So we can see that as the number gets bigger, the actual result ends up a lot smaller. So the H6 headers are way smaller than the H1. So this is H1 up here. This was H3. So this is around a middle size. And then the H6 is really small. Thanks a lot for watching. We've got some more great videos coming up, so please subscribe, as well as we look forward to any comments or questions